All right, so I'm live now. All
Okay.
right, so young lady, young lady, young lady. How old are you?
20.
20.
Mhm.
All right, so you currently work.
Mhm.
All right, so I'm gonna talk about dating and stuff too, but mainly I like to talk about money. So, what do you know about money?
It's a need, it's a necessity.
Okay, need a necessity. Like far as you know, stock and everything. You know about stock? Not really.
No,
All right. What about like paying bills and finance? Pay bills, you basic stuff like paying bills.
I know a little something.
A little something.
Yeah.
Okay. If you were to, let's say, if you were to, how can I put this? You go to buy a car. Do you know the first thing about buying a car? But let's say if you buy a car personally versus a dealership, which one you think will be better for you?
Dealership.
Okay. So why would you say that?
Wait, right for the dealership, you need a co-signer, and then you can use your if you got good credit, you can use your credit to buy from the dealership.
Yeah. But if you don't need a cosigner if you got good credit, right? But at the same time, let's say, you do buy that car. Do you know the whole process in buying a car? Like, okay, you don't know that. All right, so basically, let's go to private real quick. Let's say you buy it from private seller, somebody just selling on the street. Do you know what to look for in buying a car or
How
the
many
value
miles
of
is
the,
on the car?
yeah, the miles? What about the value of the car? Like, would you know how to like find out if you're getting a good deal or not? All right, so I'm gonna run through this real quick. All right, so basically, we're getting a car privately. You want to go through different channels. They have, I think it's called Ed. They have different car websites. I can't think of the big one right now that everybody use. Carfax.
Yeah.
Carfax. You can use that. Carfax costs, but at the same time, if you're buying a car, the Carfax, you just take the VIN number, put it in, and do the once you do the VIN, they'll tell you the year, make, and model. Tell you how many times that car been in an accident, everything, or the Carfax report. It's just like a credit report. So the Carfax tell you anything that if you ever took the car to get an oil change, the Carfax will have it on there. This person has got an oil change every required maintenance of 5,000 miles and all that. So the Carfax help people generally just like creditors help with your credit. So that's good buying it personally. And then it tells you the value of the car if you're buying from a dealership, if you're buying from a private owner, which you're buying from somebody on the street is considered a private owner. So it helps you that way. And then you're going into the dealership. Dealerships are tricky. Now, dealership might be a better option if you don't know how to like search for problems that's wrong with the car. But dealerships get people just like people who really don't know like privately. So you fool around and far as with the dealership, you would have to know the record of the dealership, like their accountability. So you would look at like Google searches, like the reviews from Google, different I think it's called the Better Business Bureau. They give a rating of every business and it tells if they're A, B, C, or whatever. So they can tell you like this company is A rated because they always got good reviews, they handle their customers well, they, give you a fair market value. They try not to swindle people. So all that is in the Better Business Bureau. And then also with that, like with Google reviews, you see people who just bought a car last week all the way to 6 years or whatever so back when the company's been existing to see how do they treat people. Because back in the day, they probably been good. Right now, they probably be bad because of management. Every so often the management change. So when management come and problems and stuff like that. So that's basically the finance side. Stock and stuff. Talk to you later about that on another video as well. And I'm gonna go into this. Okay, so far as relationships, are you currently you have a boyfriend or it's
Okay.
complicated?
It's not complicated, but boyfriend is talking.
Okay, just talk. All right. All right, considering that you have a boyfriend and y'all just talking, to a degree. So far as the relationship stand, like a lot of back and forth in relationship far as money as well. Like, what do you consider like going on a first date? Because you seen the thing about the first date.
Yeah,
Do
when people, the girls like to go to 5-star restaurants.
yeah, do you have a problem with that? Like somebody taking to like a small place on the first date?
It's the thought that counts.
It's the thought that counts. Okay, so you more ground to earth, then, you know. You're not like all these superficial girls, stuff like that. All right, so cool. When it comes down to it, far as like budgeting and money, what do you think is like a reasonable amount for a first date?
First date, say 50, because it depends. I don't like going places where like they have food that I don't like because I'm a picky eater anyway. So going to a 5-star restaurant, just sitting there looking. I'm
Might
not
have
gonna
to
want
talk a
it.
little louder.
I'm not gonna want it. If I go to a 5-star restaurant for
Hmm.
food, I'm a picky eater, so depending on what's on the menu, I'm not gonna want it. Probably not gonna enjoy it. So I say like $50 is a good amount for first date.
Okay, so $50 is good for the first date.
Yeah.
All right, so pretty much, let's say you get a great guy, and what if he don't have the money to pay for the meal? Would you pay for it?
uh, maybe if we discuss that beforehand. But if we just get there and then you tell me last minute that you don't have the money and I gotta pay for it, I'll pay for it, but I'm not talking to you no more after that.
All right, that's fair. Cause I mean, you bring so you do bring money on dates.
Yeah. We can go empty handed.
All right, so most people, most women nowadays don't bring money and stuff. So all right, so far as the value of money and relationships, like long term, do you think a man's supposed to pay for everything, or do y'all like budget, go 50-50?
50
Like
50.
if you and why 50-50?
Because a man not why for some people a man is obligated to do everything, but not for me. That's not what I was taught. So 50 50.
Okay. And then it still relies for you to be able to get your own money and
Mm-hmm.
provide for yourself as
Yep.
well. So if anything, okay, I get it, you know. But more or less, this is a small conversation because basically I wanted to get that, just overall talk about relationship with these young generation of people. So basically just talk about that. Then I'm gonna come to you another time. We're gonna talk about money, and we're gonna go through the whole run around of banking, the process if you were to buy a house, because that's the thing, like the knowledge. If you don't know, you're not gonna do it.
Mhm.
No, like if prime example, like I was telling Josh. So I told him basically in so many words that if he was to go get a house now, I would tell him to get a duplex, buy a duplex, and get the duplex uh to where you can rent out one and stay in the other, or rent out the other one and house hack the one that you're staying in. And house hacking is basically where you rent out the rooms. So say you have a 3-bedroom townhouse and or duplex. Duplex might be 2, 3 bedroom. Say you have a 3-bedroom duplex. The other side you can rent out that duplex for about 15 to 18. And then the other one you can rent it out for about hold on a moment. All right, so basically, I'm back. So basically, you can house hack where if you stand in one and you have a 2-bedroom, you can rent out the other 2 rooms for $600 a month. So every month you will have 1,200 coming to your side, and the other side is rented out for 15. So
Mhm.
basically, if you were to pay rent, you would only pay $300 a month for rent because you have the other two rented out for 6. And if you're renting both sides out for 15, I mean you're only paying 3. And especially if you have it furnished, you have everything there. They don't have to. And then in most cases, you can rent it out for more because on average in Atlanta now, I think in the Metro Atlanta, one room is renting out for like $800 to $1,000 a month just to rent a room what you're currently in now. And you share the kitchen, share the living room. Like average price on a house mortgage a month right now is $1,800. The average price around $1,800 a month. So if a person has a house rented out for 1,800 and they have a minimum 3 bedroom, they can rent out those rooms for $1,000 and have their mortgage paid. And all they have to do is be responsible for the utilities.
Mm.
So food for thought. But we're gonna talk about this later, finance and everything with this young lady, and I'll be talking to you guys later. Peace.